closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your love. I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tough. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you? I made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Slide on closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your love. I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tough. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you? Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all
I think it might be time to start here. It's like a minute early. Why not? Let's do this. Oh, yeah.
Distance nerding.
What up, everybody? It's time for that distance nerding goodness. Your weekly dose of dealing with my face. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Young Phil. Yeah, all of this. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see my hands building Legos. Gotta introduce all of the second in command, the beautiful yet dangerous bird of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my good friend, everybody's good friend, Phoenix.
Hi.
Doing that one. All right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, everybody, and I always have to bring up, that he is everyone's favorite blind mouse, even though he's not really a mouse, but he is blind. And Wendy Peppercorn always recommends him for a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is everyone's favorite blind monkey, Squints. What up, Squints?
Not much. How are you guys?
Been good, man. Been good.
It's been kind of a long day. What about you?
Same.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this week we have a very special guest on. He is a man that is in the indie scene as far as like films and everything like that. I've been to one of his film festivals. I couldn't make it this year, but I really wanted to go. But the guy's a genius. I'm just throwing that out there. And his daughter is adorable because she's pretty much in all of his films. But on that, ladies and gentlemen, the man who's the main director, writer, pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? The guy who runs Violet Films. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Velasquez.
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
What up, Chris? Yeah, I get the crowd going, man.
Oh, sounds good.
So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And I'm going to switch my camera while you guys go ahead and have a nice little conversation here introducing Chris.
Yeah, I think even, let's see, I'm trying to figure out, we did this earlier and it worked. Oh, okay. So I think we'll talk a little bit about your films, and then I think we should show a trailer to kind of get, I'm trying to figure out which one is which. Okay, let's see.
Now, real quick, again, before we start all this, I'm going to move myself and James out of the way. I have to shout out our unofficial sponsor, Zoa Energy Drinks. Mr. Johnson, if you're out there looking at our show, Dwayne Johnson, sponsor the show, because I drink a Zoa every episode. I should just throw that on there. But at the same time, my sidekick, Elliot, is here. And Elliot's head is currently empty, so we need to fill his head with terrible marketing here. Yeah, I'm also an amateur wannabe comedian, but I'm not that funny, so.
You're getting there, man. You're getting there.
All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and let you guys get into everything here.
Actually, I think we'll, if you don't mind, we'll start off with one of your trailers. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've already been grabbed. I'm really intrigued. So we'll start off with the one about the robot that is
Sakura.
Sakura.
Yes.
So we'll take a look. Oops.
Oh, that's my other one.
Oh. Which one did I open?
definitely
okay.
that one. So the one we want is this one.
See,
Hello. I am made up of code, and I am a robot. But my memories, my personal data, that will die, I suppose.
So your personal data is like your soul?
Yes. Once it's gone, it is impossible to get back. I promise to get you back to your family and get that weapon against the drones back into the hands of your father. Or we die trying. Sakura!
So I have shivers down my spine. How about the rest of you guys?
Nice.
absolutely adorable. Oops, let's put you back. Yeah. Phil helps me keep my I'd lose my head if I wasn't attached. Let's see. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, so that was absolutely adorable. So who's playing the robot? I have to ask.
So the robot is the body is actually my brother. He is my youngest brother. He's actually the performer in the costume, and then the actual voice for the robot was done by somebody completely different named Colton Dennis, who's a very good friend of mine. He's actually the director of the MAC, the Multicultural Arts Center here in Merced. And he's a very accomplished actor, and he has a very unique voice. And so when I contacted him, I was like, "Hey, I have this robot. I need you to voice him." And the first time out, when we were talking about it, just kind of going over the character, he nailed it right there on the spot. And we literally recorded everything in one go.
Wow.
That's
Set
awesome.
up everything, and he went through the entire script like a beast and got everything down. And then Jordan, he filmed everything. He actually did some of the lines on set and stuff like that, but he knew we weren't going to use his voice. So what happened was, ironically enough, we were so pressed for time when we made this that Colton never saw Jordan's performance, and Jordan never heard Colton's voice. Yet when you watch the short, they marry each other. It's amazing. We've gotten people being like, "Well, how did you get that voice actor? How did you do that? Did you have the screen?" And they watched it and they go, "No, we recorded Colton in a dark room, and then we filmed Jordan on a separate day, and by the grace of everything, they matched up perfectly." And so, yeah.
Oh, no way. So he didn't actually like ADR it? Like he just it was just all like cold lines.
Yes, the only ADRing that was done was Violet. She actually ADR'd all of her lines. And that was because when we were filming, there was very windy days. There was, a lot of sound and traffic. The whole film supposedly takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, and you can't have a train in the background.
Yeah.
And so, that was our biggest problem when we were filming is we had to figure out sound. So we knew early on we were never going to use any sound that was on set. So we were able to move very quickly because we didn't really have a sound person on set. I mean, we got sound just for the sake of later on matching it. But we knew for a fact we were going to do everything from scratch. All the gunfire, the footsteps, everything was all done in home. We literally recorded everything here in my house. So, we try to do everything as original as possible. Even the score is original.
Nice.
And the trailer music is original. So we try to do everything because our goal with this is to actually, we're making a miniseries. This was kind of like a concept. And so this is, right now, it's not available online for people to see, but the trailer's out there. But pretty soon we're going to be releasing it online for everyone to watch with a little bit of a kind of like a small clip in the beginning explaining it, because it's a prologue to the actual series. The series is going to be 9 episodes, and it's coming out next summer. So we're actually starting production on that in January. We're going to start filming everything, and I'm super excited for that, for everybody to see it.
So the location, where was it primarily shot?
It was primarily shot in Merced. We did have a few scenes that were shot outside of Merced, but they were more like location kind of drone shots. Everything else was done pretty much here in Merced. It was shot right down the street from where I live, Black Rascal Creek, and at Farron's Park here in Merced. So we tried to find some places that were not populated. There was not a lot of people, or there was a lot of big trees that would cover the houses. And thankfully in Merced, there's a lot of places that are just farmland. It's just open as far as I can see. So I think if you pay attention to the trailer, when he shoots one of the robots in the head and he turns around, you can see the top of the house. It's like peeking over the top of the we tried filming it low so that way the ground would cover a lot of the homes. Because literally we were a stone's throw from a suburb, a neighborhood. And we were filming everything. People were just out there staring at us. What the heck are they doing? I was surprised no one called the cops on us because we had laser guns and swords and a whole bunch of other stuff out there.
They were probably just thinking cosplay.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they just think we were doing like a photo shoot or something. As long as there was no, we when we film stuff, even when I film more serious things, I don't use live firearms. And that's
Of course not. Yeah.
specifically, yeah, it's for safety.
Yeah.
The recent thing that happened
Yeah.
right now, I've been on sets where we've used firearms and stuff, and I have used firearms in one short that I've done. But when we made that short, the actor who was in the short owned the firearms, and he did all of the firing. And the way we set up the camera and the way we shot things, no one was in a danger zone, and we let him control everything. He got to say where the camera was, and there was only 2 people on set, me and him. So we tried to make it as safe as possible. And that short, we made it for my road reel for Rode microphones. And it's called Range, and I think it's online, but you can find it somewhere. It's just a guy, and we've doubled him, and he's going against his twin brother, and they're having a shootout to see who's the best shooter. And
I saw that.
yeah, and we use that as just to get stock audio for our own gunfire for later films and stuff like that, because everything we do is all prop dummy guns or Nerf guns that are painted just for safety. We don't want anybody getting hurt.
Yeah. I remember that short. You sent that to me.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we had a lot of we tried to film everything in Merced and tried to get everything shot in camera. We didn't want to do a lot of stuff in post, and we didn't want to make CGI sets or locations. And a shout out to the Selma Film Festival, because the Selma Arts in Selma, California, they pretty much put on a contest. What they were doing is they were looking for 5 short films, looking for 5 scripts. And I had this script on my computer for like 6 years. And I tried making it with some friends. It didn't plan out. I tried making it on my own, just couldn't do it. And so finally they're like, look, we'll give you guys a little bit of funding, and we'll give you guys a place to show it if you guys can get it done. And there's a cash prize at the end, whoever wins. And so I submitted the script and I submitted the concept art, and they got back to me and said, well, how are you going to make it CGI? They wanted to make sure it wasn't going to suck because they were going to show it to a whole bunch of people. And I was like, no, we're doing it for real. We're actually building the costumes. And they're like, oh, you have the costumes built already? And I said, I lied, and I was like, yes, I do. So that night I built the entire costume, which is what you see in the film. And then I sent them the pictures, and they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And they approved it. So we were one of 5 films that got screened, and we won. We actually won the whole festival and stuff like that because of our story and stuff. So, it was a lot of fun putting together, and I can't wait for people to see where the story goes. In the future and stuff like that.
Honestly, I can't. So your daughter looks like a natural born actress there. How long has she been in the family biz?
So she's pretty much been filming and doing stuff since she was about 1.5, but she's had a camera pretty much in her face since she was 5 minutes old. So she's a trooper. She loves acting. She's a kid at heart. I mean, she's a kid. She makes everybody on set whenever we're filming stuff happy, and she always cracks jokes and stuff like that. And she takes her job very, very seriously. And there's sometimes where she has, especially before she'd had, when she was younger, we'd have to like feed her the lines, and then she'd go line by line by line by line. When we did Sakura, it was the first time where she was like putting a whole bunch of lines and paragraphs and a whole bunch of stuff together. And then recently working on some other stuff, she's been doing a very good job. So she's getting there. She's progressing, but she's one of those kids where she's like, you know what? I love doing this as a hobby. She's not sure if she wants to grow up and be an actress or, be a big movie star or stuff like that. I think she wants to be a veterinarian and a baker. So I'm all for it. Whatever she wants to do when she grows up. But yeah, she's a lot of fun, and I'm happy, and I'm proud of everything that she does.
Oh wow! So and she's been in all of your projects.
She's been in all of my projects that have kids in it. So yeah, so there's been a few projects that I've worked on. Like I've worked on a few different shows. I have a web series called Chrono Film that's just out, where she's not in it in the first season, and we're working on the second season right now. And then also I have a feature film called Bishop, which I sent you guys some of that stuff. That one, she wasn't initially in it, and then we went back and did reshoots to push the time limit over to make it a short film into a feature film. And she's in the reshoots as a small character and stuff like that. So initially, she's more like in kid films. But starting with Sakura, she started moving into that more adult, like she can handle more serious situations and stuff like that.
That's adorable. In fact, you mentioned Bishop, so probably a good time to possibly play that one. Phil, you mind triggering that for me? So
I got you.
It's killing you inside. But you can't go around town stalking people and accusing them without evidence.
This man had something to do with the disappearance of my sister.
24-year-old Alexis Verclat has been missing for over a year now, and there are still no leads. Was she kidnapped? Was she murdered? Or did she disappear?
She thought that this customer was stalking her.
Yeah.
And you think that he had something to do with her disappearance?
Yes.
What's his name?
Bishop Parker.
So yeah, that's Bishop. They're a little clip on the end of it, but yeah.
I'm excited for all of it. I want to see more because I saw that little flash of someone's face full of white. Like, wow.
Yeah. So the funny part about that is any Eagle Eye, hardcore nerd fans out there would know that the Bishop, the main character, he's Brendan Meha. He's the Red Ranger from Dino Rangers.
Yeah.
And we contacted him. I met him at a Comic-Con, and we hit it off and stuff like that. And he's a really good friend, and he agreed to come down from LA to Merced to film for 2 days, and it was a 5-day production. And so we had him for 2 days, and then we had 3 days with the rest of the cast and crew. And so we were trying to film everything and get stuff together. And initially, the concept was we were trying to make a concept film for a bigger feature, but we shot so much footage that the film ended up being close to 40 minutes long. And our feature film at film festivals is considered 45 minutes or above. So we ended up going back about 6-7 months later, and then we shot additional scenes to flesh out the beginning of the film, so then it turns into a full feature. And then we were going to put it on Amazon Prime, and then 2020 happened, and Amazon stopped accepting amateur features. They stopped accepting a lot of things. They changed the rules on how things were. And so it was kind of in limbo for 2020 and the beginning of 2021. So because we made this film in 2019. And so finally now, originally we were going to put it on CMAC Fresno, their public access this month.
Yeah.
But recently, through a couple websites that I've been submitting films and stuff to, I've actually got some distributors who've contacted me, and we're kind of in negotiations right now to kind of just talk about it, to kind of see what's available. So hopefully in December we'll be able to put it, Apple TV or somewhere, Roku, something like that, so that way everybody can see it all over the world and stuff. Because they're interested, because the Red Ranger's the main character, and I'm like, yes, he is. Just watch the film. Hope you guys like it. So yeah, we're in the process of that right now. So that's one of the cool things is like I'm kind of waiting to make an announcement. I don't want to tell the cast and crew and everybody else exactly dates or anything yet, because it's so close to things working out. So as soon as I have all the information and stuff and when it's going to be released and where, I'm going to let everybody know.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering about that because I'm sorry.
I say star power doesn't hurt. Go ahead, Phil.
Oh yeah, I was saying I was wondering about that because I remember we did your film festival 2 years ago, and that was I remember seeing the trailer there and wondering like, okay, when is this coming out? It still hasn't come out yet. What's happening?
We showed it at the 2019 film festival. That was the first premiere show that we actually had a premiere. So when we had it at the 2019 festival, we had the cast and crew show up. We did a Q&A. We showed the film, but we showed the film in black and white in a noir kind of style. Because there were some things that weren't quite done yet. We were still we used still getting some effect shots done, and so just to make it easier in color grading, we just did everything black and white. And then we liked how it looked, so we kind of finished the edit that way. But the new one, when it goes online, it's going to be in color. It's going to be professionally graded. It's going to look a little different, and it's going to be a lot longer than what originally it was. So I'm super excited for everyone to see it. The story is a girl goes missing, and her brother is damn near convinced that this guy has something to do with her disappearance. And then you find out that you don't only worry about the person you're looking at, you have to worry about the neighbors and everybody else. So there's a big old twist at the end of the film that kind of flips the whole missing person story on its head. And so far, since we've made the film, I haven't seen anybody make this twist. So fingers crossed that people are like, oh wow, this is really interesting when it comes out and stuff like that. So I'm excited.
Hopefully you'll tell me when to come out, when to come and watch it, because I'm interested. I want to see more. Yeah. So do you write and direct everything yourself, or?
Yeah. There's a few short films I've worked on in the past where I've just came on strictly as a director, and we had a writer, and then we've had like producers and stuff like that. But for the most part, if you go on my YouTube channel, everything that's on there is written, produced, and directed by me or my daughter. If it's a kid, like a little kid film, or I've had a co-director from somebody else who's helped me out. But other than that, it's pretty much, Violet Films is a really small company where we host an international film festival. We do a whole bunch of stuff that on a big scale, but it's just me, my wife, and my daughter. So it's just us three that pretty much put everything together. My son's a little too young to get into the loop on it yet, but he'll get there eventually.
Has he had any parts yet?
Yeah, he's had one part and a little short called The Missing Tricycle, which was like a film noir short that we did during COVID to kind of show people, hey, you can film stuff in your living room or have fun, just kind of I wanted to do something with my kids because they were getting stir crazy. They couldn't go anywhere. There was no school. There was nothing going on. So someone put on a contest and they're like, hey, we're going to give you a theme. We're going to give you a prop. We're going to give you something, and you make something. And so we're really good at doing the 48-hour film festival things. And my daughter loves doing it. So we made it. And then my son, who at the time was, I think, 8 months or 9 months old, he cameoed in it as one of the characters and stuff like that. So ever since then, he's loved cameras. He's always been around it, and he'll grab stuff and be like, oh, and he watches things on the. He loves film stuff. He's like in awestruck of everything he sees. So yeah, he's gonna be in more stuff in the future.
So what are you doing all the filming as well, or?
Yeah, so when it comes to like my short films, like Sakura, for example, I do a lot of the cinematography for it just because we're run and gun and we move really, really quickly. And it's one of those things where if I can eliminate that extra person, so that way I can just move on with the day because I'm dealing with kids or I'm dealing with, people who are not necessarily actors by trade. I try and make the day go as smoothly as possible. Difference is when we get into like Chronofilm, the web series. When we did Chronofilm, the short film in 2016 that jump started the web series, that one I did completely on my own. I got really good friends who were really good actors. I was the cinematographer, the director, the writer, producer, stuff like that. When it comes to the show, we have writers, we have producers. I'm one of the producers as well. We have a great DP. We have an amazing cinematographer. We have directors for every. I direct one episode, and we have co-directors for all the other episodes and stuff like that, and a huge cast. So it's like when it comes to like more professional stuff, like when we're starting to get into like bigger production costs and bigger things, I kind of relinquish the role a little bit because I understand I work better if I'm focusing on one thing and everybody else focuses on what they need to do and stuff like that. It's like a well-oiled machine. It's just when you come to short films and you have not a lot of budget, you have to compromise. You have to figure out a way to make things work, and I like coming from an indie background because of the fact that I've done everything. I've worked on professional feature films. I've worked on web series. I've worked on commercials, music videos, you name it. And I've done every job you possibly could figure out. I've done gaffer, which is electrician. I've done, the lighting. I've done sound. I've done everything. So as a director, when I work on a professional project or when I work on an indie project, if I ask someone to do a job, I know what's required of you. So if you need help, I can help you if you don't understand something, or if I know you notice you're not doing your job right and stuff like that. Yeah, I know where there's a kink in the machine, and I need to get it fixed so that way the film can get done. And I feel like a lot of times now, a lot of directors don't come from that background. They come strictly out of school with a directing background, and that's why you see, oh, the director got fired from a job, or they recasted somebody, or there was a lot of production problems. It's because people need to understand what everyone's role is. Basically, my mentor, his name was Harry Monk, and he's a stunt performer. He was in Rambo. He was that guy that got the arrow through the head, and in a whole bunch of the films. And he took me under his wing and kind of taught me everything I knew. And one of the things he said was like making a film is like a ship. You have to have the captain, and the captain has to know everybody's role on the ship. Otherwise, it's not going to get to its destination. And when people see film director, they automatically think, oh, you're just telling actors what to do. Well, no, you have to oversee every aspect of it and understand what you're doing. Because then sometimes there's some directors, they only focus on the actors and they don't focus on the sets or the costumes or the pacing of the story, and then something suffers. So the really good directors you can tell are people that are, they are like hyper focused on everything, and they know where to compromise and where to change things, because you make a film 3 times: when you write it, when you film it, when you edit it. It's never like, oh, I'm gonna make this movie and it's exactly what you want in your head. It never happens like that.
Right.
So which position do you kind of gravitate more towards? You have to stay in one position?
When I was younger, I always wanted to be a director. I always wanted to be the guy that was in charge of everything and that told everybody what to do. Now, as I've gotten older, I kind of lean more towards like the cinematographer, because I love working with the camera. I love setting the shots. I love setting things up. But I have to say it's probably that little, director, cinematographer little areas where I like to fall into. And there's some professional directors that, like, I know Robert Zemeckis and a few other ones that they do their own cinematography sometimes, or at least they get a cinematographer and they have a lot of say in what certain shots are. So that's probably where I fall in. Like, if I work with a cinematographer, which I have in the past, I let them do their job because that's what they're hired to do. But if I have a specific shot in my head that I want, I, not to step on anybody's toes, but I ask them, hey, can I handle this scene because I want it to be a certain way? Because otherwise, when you're a director, your vision only goes so far if you can't tell people what your vision is.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I want to say director, cinematographer, around that area.
And you mentioned a little earlier about your daughter having other roles other than actress. Did I hear right?
Yeah, so she knows how to work as a crew member. So she's actually trained. Like, she knows how to run sound. She knows what basic functions of the cameras are, the tripod, stuff like that. When we're filming on set, if I'm in the scene, it's actually kind of funny because we're working on the Digimon miniseries, which is a fan film miniseries that's gaining traction right now in Japan and a few other places, which is really cool. And there's actually a scene where I'm in it, and we had nobody with us. It was just me. So she directed me in those scenes. So she ran the camera, ran the sound, made sure everything worked out because it was just me and her and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm super excited for this one.
Yeah, I've got it on silent right now. Did you want me to?
But yeah, this one is it's a Digimon fan film miniseries, and for the lack of a better term, it is literally a live action anime. I wanted to make something that showed people, hey, you can do this right as long as you respect the source material, respect the animation where it came from in the first place, and find that balance between what can work in the real world and what can't. And if you have something that you just can't make it work in the real world, figure out a better story so that way you can make it work. Because a lot of the time it all comes down to story. And why does this make sense? Why would I want to watch this? So our film, which is actually 3 episodes, they take place after the anime ended. And they take place in California with a Hispanic family. and it's completely different. So they acknowledge the original characters, the original series, which if you guys are watching this and you guys are checking out the stuff, the first episode is online. Second one comes out in a couple weeks. Third one comes out right before Christmas. And there might be a cameo from some of the original characters in some of the episodes. So you guys might want to check it out and stuff. But what we did was we tried to make the story our own and tried to do something that anime fans would love. And, hopefully people like it. I've gotten one guy did a review on it and he said he loved that it was like a modern take on the 90s anime, right? It has modern stuff. But it was one of those things where like he was picking little tiny things and I was like, dude, that's from the original show. It's like we just wanted to do it live action. That was the actual shot. So it's like it's kind of funny because people are starting to like pay attention to stuff. And I mean, I'm grateful because I've gotten people on Twitter, I've gotten people on Facebook saying this is amazing, we love it. When is this next episode coming out? And one of the things we did was the opening title sequence. We literally created our own anime opening title sequence with original music. And in Japan, we just released just the clip of the opening title sequence, and I got people in Japan actually going, "Hey, you got the wording right. Like we actually have it in Japanese and in English." And they were actually shocked because they're like, a lot of people they just use Google Translate. And I'm like, no, I actually have friends who I reached out to and did this properly because they didn't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a love letter to Digimon pretty much. That's my favorite anime.
And do you mind me bringing up who your production company is named after?
My daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, we named so Violet Films is named after Violet, and it was actually my wife who came up with the idea for it because at first I wasn't for it. So well, here's what happened. Before I had a film company called Penguin Films, and it was just a YouTube channel, a YouTube company. We just have friends, make stuff, and then we were trying to figure out a proper name because we were going professional with our stuff. And my wife came up with Violet Films. And at first, I didn't want my daughter, she was a baby at the time. I didn't want my daughter's name out there. I don't know how people are and stuff like that. But as time went on, I kind of was like, okay, that has a ring to it and it's unique the way it's spelled. So I was like, okay, let's try it and stuff like that. And it took off. People loved the name of it. And they're like, oh, it's Violette, it's Violet, and stuff like that. And it's Violette Films, and people pronounce it Violet Films. It's the French spelling pretty much of it. So we named it Violet Films, and thankfully, it's been unique enough to where people Google us. We're the first ones that pop up. So I'm like, that works for marketing.
Ray DeLeon is in the house. Welcome.
What up, Ray?
Sound went away.
What did the sound went away?
Nope, we're good.
Oh no, the song stopped.
Okay.
And then also on the fact of the naming stuff, we actually are starting a new company called Milo Productions. So it's named after my son. So that one is actually, the company's basically going to be making props and designing stuff like that. Because I every year I make costumes for my kids and I put stuff together. If you watch the Digimon short, all the costumes, all the characters are all homemade. We didn't do anything. And so we decided to name a company after my son. So, my daughter grows up, she has a company named after her. My son grows up, he has a company. We have another kid down the road, we'll do special effects or something like that.
Another production company, yeah.
Something.
That is so cute. I think it's probably time to do a bracket if you're willing to stick around and join us.
All right, sounds good.
If the chat is also ready, we haven't had a whole lot of comments tonight, guys.
Yeah, but we have a lot of people in chat though. So I mean, guys, we're getting ready. Just everybody wake up. Everybody wake up. I know you're all sleeping right now, but we are going to start doing a bracket right now. So it's time to get into the bracket. Let's do this.
And if anyone has any questions for him, please put it in the chat. I'm sure he'll be happy to answer them.
Please.
I'm the one, I think I'll do the recap.
Just remember, when you do a recap, you summon James. So.
Well, no, we do the recap not to summon James. We have to a recap a day keeps the James away.
No, but see, when you say recap, it summons James. So.
Oh, okay. Recap. I've been listening to the film talk, learned a bit. Yeah. It's funny because I was thinking like you're talking about your daughter doing sound, and I'm trying to imagine her booming.
Well, what's funny is we tried doing the booming ones, and she wasn't tall enough, obviously. So what we ended up doing, which we do on all of our projects, is we actually have like a stand, like a boom stand that like sits by itself. So she monitors the sound and makes sure everything's working and stuff like that, and it has the headphones on and just double checks it, because I don't want her standing there like this for like 20 minutes, and then have her arms get all but. We try to figure some stuff out, and it works out great. I love the fact of having just a boom stand there, and then I don't have to worry about somebody holding it. Like we can just shoot around it and stuff like that. It works amazing. But yeah,
I remember that too. Yeah.
What if Violet like grows up to be like super ripped and she just becomes a key grip?
But that probably might happen. I mean, you used to see how this kid exercises, and she runs. And Sakura, she was running so much that I was like, "Are you okay? You need a break?" She's like, "No, I'm good, Dad. I can do this. I can do." She did like 50 takes of that running scene, and she was not out of breath. I was like, "Okay, yeah, no." I was out of breath because I was running with the camera trying to chase after her, and like I had to
watching her.
Yeah, let Daddy take a rest. All right, so we're moving into the bracket. We have Shawshank Redemption versus the Titans. Shawshank Redemption 1, Gladiator versus Fight Club. Gladiator 1. These people will shock you. The things that win, and I'm sure you know Phil told you earlier about being the upset. Unforgiven and Top Gun 1, Good Will Hunting and Field of Dreams. Goodwill 1. So next we have Indiana Jones versus The Departed.
That's a hard one. This one's going to be difficult for me just because The Departed to me is almost a masterpiece of as far as like in the crime genre. But Indiana Jones is freaking Indiana Jones.
I mean, Indiana Jones is why I went, because I my background is in film, but I also academically went to college for history and archaeology. And yeah, so I mean, I love Indiana Jones. And my mother outside the door would kill me if I didn't vote for Indiana Jones, but she might surprise me. Yeah, see, already.
Probably gonna have to go with Indiana Jones. And the only reason, two reasons. Reason number one is if Leonardo DiCaprio and Harrison Ford got into a fight, Harrison Ford would win.
That's fair.
Reason number two is The Departed is a remake, and Indiana Jones is an original. So to stand on its own as far as like the test of time of being an amazing film, Indiana Jones, there's not really much that comes close to that, maybe except for Star Wars. But ironically enough, Indiana Jones and Star Wars both have George Lucas involved. So, I mean, it's like a testament of how good of a storyteller you are when you make something from scratch. And yeah, they're inspired by like Flash Gordon and the old like serials and stuff. But The Departed is literally a remake of a film that came out, and I think it was another language. It was a film from a different country. So, you know what I mean? It's like just an American version of it. So, I gotta say,
just pull a me.
Huh?
I think Chris just pulled a me right now.
Yeah, I have two Phils on the show tonight.
This is the type of explanation that I usually give people as far as like movies. That's why I'm like, oh my god, he just pulled a me. This is great.
A to B, therefore C. Yeah.
Yeah. That you should hear arguments between me and my wife about films and stuff like that. It goes back and forth.
But you see, there's a difference. Phil takes half an hour to explain that. And then makes a decision.
Oh, that's funny. For your explanation alone lead me towards Indiana Jones, so I'm going Indiana Jones.
Let's see. We have 2 Departed, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. What about you guys?
I'm gonna go Indiana.
Yeah. Indiana takes it. Let me see.
We named the dog Indiana.
My mom was just commenting that she was pregnant on a dig, and I've been to archaeological digs before I was born. Yeah, I grew up in pits. Yeah.
I grew up in the pits.
My life was the pits. Yeah. Yeah, no. I grew up around all sorts of fun stuff. I wanted to be Indiana Jones. It's funny because I ended up originally in film school because I wanted to make another Indiana Jones or something like it, be like Spielberg and stuff. And then I realized that I didn't actually want to make Indiana Jones. I wanted to be Indiana Jones. So I went to film school and did history and archaeology.
I wanted to be an archaeologist when I was a kid. I'd dig up my dad's backyard and do all that stuff and everything because I saw Indiana Jones. But I got it. It's funny. Me and Harrison Ford. You see how I have this right here? Me and Harrison Ford have the same scar because I actually caught myself with the whip like it is in the movie. We went to Disneyland and bought a whip and cracked myself. So I have a scar right here, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to be Indiana Jones anymore. So plus,
I taught yourself a lesson, huh?
Yeah, I taught myself a lesson. Plus, I figured out at a very early age, I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a whole bunch of things. And then I figured out
everything every kid wanted to be.
Right, but then I figured out the trick to it is if you're a filmmaker, you can be all of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not make believe, but it's still something. You know what I mean? So like I figured, I found out at a very young age I like being a storyteller. So
yeah,
I went down that road.
Oh yeah. I got my first bullwhip on a high school trip to Cancun. Yeah, she tells the story all the time. She something about haggling in Spanish. I don't know. Yeah, what's funny is I bring up all the time that Indiana Jones was the worst archaeologist. And
it belongs in a museum.
That is his favorite line, and he doesn't log anything. Who is funding his trips? Because like a real archaeologist has to fund and bring in stuff to fund their trips. Someone's funding his trips and he's not logging anything, or maybe he's logging it off screen. Yeah. Also, he's not an actual archaeologist. He's a historian.
Historian, yeah.
Yeah.
Although he gets a whip and a gun, so
yeah,
I guess that's okay.
Yeah. Although then when I became an archaeologist and started doing archaeology, I realized nobody wants you to have a gun on the digs, and yeah, it's annoying when you're carrying around a whip. So they think you're off your rocker. Let's see.
You're walking around with a whip, and it's like, this is not a BDSM site. Put your whip away.
Actually, I think I had a whip because downtime, we were sitting around the fire or just sitting in a hotel, and I was playing with a whip, and a professor like took it out of my hands, and he goes, I'm gonna give this back to you when we go home. It's like, oh, come on.
The best part of that is probably he was like, you're not Indiana Jones.
yeah, not Indiana Jones. He's like, you're in the middle of Oregon.
My mind came from Disneyland. Like back when Disneyland had really cool toys and stuff like that, they had an Indiana Jones shop. They used to sell fake guns. They used to sell whips. They used to sell swords. And now it's just Mickey ears and colorful bubble guns. They don't sell any of that stuff anymore. So I don't have to worry about my kids following it.
Because all you kids are running around the park and hitting people with chains or whips, whatever. Terrible. I had to calm it down.
Pretty much.
Julie, I found it shows that she had a bullwhip and that was painful. I want more of that story.
I'm gonna stay quiet. Oh. No, because I both want to say I want to hear the story, but I'm also like, I don't know where that story would go.
Isn't that your mother-in-law, future mother-in-law?
Yes, that is my future mother-in-law.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah. Next round of movies is Wolf of Wall Street and Almost Famous.
Oh, Wolf of Wall Street. I'm gonna say Wolf of Wall Street on that.
Wolf of Wall Street.
They're both really good.
Yeah, but Almost Famous. It's a good journalism movie, but the thing is like, in comparison to Wolf of Wall Street was one of those stories that, like, if it were a book, you wouldn't be able to put it down.
I just hit
very
myself.
Much a factor of what is going to happen next. This dude just took a whole bag of Quaaludes. What's happening?
Yeah.
Julie says that she just hit herself. That's not enough detail, honestly.
Yeah.
And then my mother says it's all in the wrist and the distance is important.
It's all in the hips.
Then we have. Honestly, it's funny because I've never seen The Wolf of Wall Street in one sitting.
Yeah.
I'm afraid, yeah.
It's also the movie that made everybody fall in love with Margot Robbie. So I mean,
yeah.
See, funny enough, I actually have not seen that scene.
I mean, it's not as bad as they try to make it seem.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, it's because Wolf of Wall Street. Like I've seen it, but I've only seen it like the first half of it, and then I've only seen the middle of it, and then I kind of saw the end of it. And so I kind of know the whole storyline because when movies come out, I do those recap videos on YouTube where you get the whole film because I have kids, so you can't necessarily watch everything all the way through all the time. So sometimes you get it, and when they were making that film, I was interested in some of the filmmakers that were making it, so I kind of kept tabs on it. But
that's a Scorsese film, right?
Right. So for one of the films, is it?
I think it is.
Yeah.
It is, huh? Mm-hmm. I know that film blows the other one out of the water though. Just from the performances in that one. Because it's like you said, for a book, it's captivating. Visually, it's captivating. You're just like, well, these guys are off their rocker.
Yeah.
You want to see what's going on.
I want to know what happens when he takes all these Quaaludes. It's like slinks out of the side of the car. I mean, lockjaw the entire time. It's so.
I have to say, I think it is a movie that made Leo have his comeback too. Like he was making movies, but it's the first one that really showed his chops in a long time.
I don't know, because I would say that Inception is the one that brought him back.
True.
His career was a little stagnant until Inception.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, up until then, he was still Jack.
Right.
He still is sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't associate him with Jack anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, he played Jack Dawson, but I mean, like, that's not the role that I think of when I think of him now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I see him, the role I think of him now is the one from Django.
Oh yeah, Django.
Only because of that meme that's all over the place.
It's not just the meme for me; it's the extent that his method acting went in order for him to get the character. Like again, the now infamous scene where he breaks the glass in his hand and he decides to improvise, and he literally puts his blood on her face. And the reaction that she has, the horrified reaction that she has, was her actual reaction, realizing that there's blood on her face.
And it's his.
And Tarantino's like, no, keep filming.
I hear Tarantino's kind of crazy, but a good director.
I mean, he can get those kind of performances out of you, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Looks like Wolf takes it, which moves us on to American Psycho versus Casino.
Okay, Chris, I need your take on this because I'm split between those.
Okay. Let me think about this for a second. I'm probably gonna have to go with Casino. Just because of the fact that, like, American Psycho, when I watched it for the first time, it was a really good look at how someone could lose their mind, right? And the whole entire movie, you're not entirely sure what exactly is going on or why things are happening. But when you watch Casino, it scares you into certain things that really can happen and really happen.
I mean, technically, really actually happened because it was based on a true story.
Right. So, like, for me, I don't know why, but like, you have powerful performances in both films.
Mm-hmm.
When a film has that thing of like based on a true story or inspired by a true story or is an actual shot for shot account of what actually happened, it hits harder when there's better acting in it. And you have you have like that gravity to it, because then your brain hits that part that the other one didn't, because it's like, hey, this actually happened, this is real, this could happen again. Whereas the other one, you had people love serial killer movies and they love horror movies and they love movies about people that go crazy, but there's always that disconnect unless you've actually experienced, God forbid, horror in your real life. There's always that disconnect of, oh, this is a movie, I'm enjoying it.
Right.
Versus
Casino is kind of like you can believe because of just kind of like the insanity of some of the stuff you heard about that happened in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
you can believe that actually all happened.
Yeah, and it still does, probably. Maybe even
I'm-
worse.
Ray says, I'm not sure I've seen American Psycho or Casino all the way through. I feel like American Psycho is more of a discussion about the toxicity of corporate life, right? Like they're all,
About
measuring.
the business cards.
Yeah. And he just takes it one step further and just gets rid of the competition over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's kind of going into just what it's like to be a sociopath.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because Christian Bale plays a lot of sociopathic characters.
Yeah.
There's a strong chance he might be a sociopath in real life.
I know.
I mean, if Terminator was any indication.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to like set meltdowns and like people losing their shit, I'm one of those guys that I've been on so many sets and I've been in so many situations. I mean, I've been on a set where like we had to work through the night into Valentine's Day, to where like I literally got off. We were supposed to be off by like 1, and I got off work at like 7 a.m. and I ended up going home. I ended up driving one of my actors. He went with me. Well, it wasn't my actor, but he ended up driving the actor with me, and we were talking stuff like that. And we ended up going to Rayleigh's together here in Merced, because he was getting flowers for a friend and stuff like that, and I was getting flowers for my wife. But it's like I've been on grueling sets where I've heard people argue and get worse than what that Christian Bale thing was. But it's because they're sleep deprived. There's situations. There's a whole bunch of stuff that mounts. That just someone snaps, and then someone has a camera, and all of a sudden that's their personality. That's what they are. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, I've explained to people how it's very possible that your film crew becomes more of your family than your own family, because you're eating and breathing and like sleeping sometimes next to them, because it's hard to leave set sometimes. It's just and then you're going nuts next to them because they're the only people that understand what you're going through.
And families fight, so sometimes people get on your nerves.
True.
In fact, there's one guy that I worked with. To this day, we don't we exchange Christmas cards, but we don't like each other and we don't talk because we had so much. It was always constantly fighting in film school. It was just like one-upmanship. We're very friendly, but we're not friendly anymore.
I know what you mean. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Looks like counting them up. American Psycho 1, 2, 3. 1 for Casino.
Okay, question. It's Bridget, Michelle, Julie, right? And Tyler voted for Casino, right? Because I can't see a Facebook photo. Is Tyler a guy or girl?
Tyler's a guy.
Hi.
So that's why. Because they probably voted for Christian Bale running in
Michael's a guy too.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. No, you're right. Michael's a guy. So yeah, no. I don't know. Teaches on. Everybody loves American Psycho better than Casino. I love American Psycho better. I just like Casino better.
I've noticed it's also an age thing. I've noticed that people that are closer to our age tend to like Casino better. That people that are a little older like American Psycho, because American Psycho is like kind of also portrays another time, another world.
It does.
I was a corner of me investigator back in the day. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's talking about going nuts.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. My mom was I grew up around the pits, but then also grew up around a coroner's office. I grew around a lot of death.
It helps mold people and what they,
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It really does. And the job just sort of, I don't know. I admire people that can, handle those kind of stressful jobs where you're never sleeping. I remember those days. I've tried to do it recently. I can't do it anymore. I would go to set. I would do class all day, go to set. Sometimes we would do a night shoot because that was all I could be on. And then, I'd be coming home as the sun rises, get 2.5, 3 hours sleep back in class.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow I didn't snap or kill anybody. So yeah, I get it. Let me see. So we have 2 for Casino. Quince, what are you going with?
I'm gonna go Casino.
Okay. So that's 3 for 3. Phil.
I was a mob movie guy growing up. I'm always gonna vote for mob movies for the most part. So yeah, let's go with Casino.
Okay, Casino it is. Okay, so next we have Titanic versus Die Hard.
I know what I'm going to vote.
So are we voting for the best Christmas movie, or are we voting for
the best disaster?
So best Christmas movie is what
best Christmas movie. Who's the season?
There's talk of how it wasn't. The director said something about how he didn't want it as a Christmas movie and didn't mean for it to be a Christmas movie.
But it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
it's a Christmas movie.
He's like straight up just throwing it out there. Like, I didn't want it to be a Christmas movie, but it ended up being a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
it is a Christmas movie.
I'm gonna be honest. Titanic was my favorite thing growing up. Like I love history. And Titanic was one of the things that kind of got me into history. Like my miniseries Chrono Film is about time travelers who go back in time and they document historical events, but they don't interfere, right? It talks about the PTSD that they go through witnessing things, right? And when we first started writing it, one of the ideas was going back to the Titanic and filming it at the Queen Mary and doing all this cool stuff. And then there was a whole bunch of red tape, so we went with John F. Kennedy's assassination instead. And the Titanic is like something that when growing up as a kid, I was like, I would have loved to see it in real life. You know what I mean? So I love the movie just because of the scale of it and how well the sets were done and how beautiful things looked. But when you strip all of that away and you talk about the storyline of it and what the basic story is, I find Die Hard to be way more entertaining because you don't see it coming. Oh, it's a Christmas movie. Oh no, wait, there's terrorists. Oh no, wait, the guys inside the building. Oh great, they're shooting. There's an explosion. I think probably for me growing up, I'm gonna have to go with Die Hard on this one because Die Hard is one of those movies that I could watch with my dad, and it was a Christmas movie to me, and it's gonna be Christmas time, so I'm gonna go with Die Hard.
I mean, Alan Rickman too.
I was gonna say not only that, but Alan Rickman. I mean, arguably one of the greatest thespians of all time.
Yeah,
and I love his face when he falls off of the building because that was a real reaction. They had him like tethered on a blue screen stage,
right?
And they didn't tell him when they were gonna cut it, and so he just drops. And so like that look on his face is like real fear of falling. And I'm like,
the look of shock on his face. Yeah,
I'm like, that's amazing.
Like, how do you get someone like Alan Rickman to be completely afraid for his life? Let's not tell him when we're gonna drop him off this building.
Let's see. Okay, so we have Shawshank Redemption versus Gladiator.
Okay. Again, that's a hard one for me. And it's Shawshank is a good movie, but Gladiator is one of my all-time favorites.
I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a question maybe covered already, but remember you talking to the Hardly Heroes about your Digimon movie? Can we see that somewhere?
I did, yeah. So the Digimon short is actually online, so you can go to Violet Films, our web. You can go to our website, and then they have the links to our YouTube. Episode 1 is online right now for everyone to watch. Episode 2 comes out in a couple weeks. Episode 3 comes out a little before Christmas, just so we can make sure that the special effects are really cool and they're up to par with everything. With COVID going on, it's pushes productions to move like at a snail pace. We started production on Digimon 2 years ago, and we had to do reshoots and do changes because obviously my daughter grows up.
Mhm.
So like we like there's if you watch the first episode, there's a beach scene where she finds the Digivice for the first time. We literally shot that like 3 times because we had to keep going back because she looks so different every time we were shooting it and changing it. Luckily now she's kind of leveled out where she doesn't look that much different that quickly. So
Mhm.
you know we're now we've had everything shot. We're just doing the post production. But episode 1 is online. If you see it, share it, like it, subscribe, tell everybody about it. The more people that see it, the better. And right now it's making the rounds a lot. Apparently, according to the analysis, whatever on YouTube that they give you, it's making a lot of rounds in Japan and everywhere else in the world and stuff like that. And there's people liking it. They're messaging us. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that gets a chance to watch it.
So she looks 3 in one scene and 18 in another. We know why.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we went back and we shot as much as we could, and we kind of changed things up and everything. And the story really was one of those things where we wrote a script and then it evolved due to COVID and how we had to change things and stuff. Like originally the script, we had 4 kids that were chosen to be digidestined and stuff like that. Then COVID hit, and we changed the script to where we still have cameos from 3 of the children, which is her cousins, in the film, but they're more cameos at the end of the film because of safety of filming. And the film mainly revolves around her, and the way the story set up, we changed it completely from a kid being chosen as a digidestined to a kid that lives in our world, and the Digimon shows up, and she knows it's an anime. She's like, "You're an anime character. What are you doing here?" And they're like, "I don't know." And so it changed a lot, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise because you very rarely do you get a chance to write things as you go and get better and better ideas to where now I think it's a hell of a lot better than it would have been if we would have put it out 2 years ago.
Do you feel like filmmaking in a COVID world is affecting your future projects?
It is in good and bad ways. So a lot of people don't know this, but I have another job as well, and I work as a medical delivery driver. And so I meet a lot of people. My dad, he owns a pharmacy, and so I deliver the medications to the elderly or the sick who can't make it out. And I've been doing that since I was 16. I'm 31 now, right? So I help my dad out and stuff like that. He's been in business, and thankfully, you know, he's been able to stay open. And you know, I meet people over the years, and the main reason why I've kept that job, besides the fact that I get to work with family and I get to meet cool people, is I get to make relationships with people, and I get to meet a lot of people, and you know, I meet these elderly people, and they kind of become my, you know, kind of illegitimate grandfather or grandmother, and then they pass away. And the experiences of stuff of going to funerals, talking to families, growing up with them, it helps me write, and it helps me, you know, figure out stories like Sakura and a few other stuff, and Bishop and Chronofilm. A lot of story elements and characters were developed from people who I've met throughout my life, who told me about their childhood and stuff like that. We had a customer who was in Houston, Texas during the Kennedy assassination. So the stuff that me and him talked about briefly was in my short, kind of like camera angles and what happened and stuff like that. So COVID, you know, we lost some, you know, family friends, we've lost some customers, we lost some people that I knew that was close to me. And it really changed the way I write things now. It changed my perspective on the world, especially when you're dealing with something that everyone's affected by, and it's not just a small little incident. And then on the production side of it, it has, you have to think outside the box because you can't use a big crew anymore. You can't do things on a big scale that you want. You have to figure out a way to make it safe first and foremost, but still tell the story you want to tell.
And be careful about touching, and
You have to be very, very careful. So it's like one of the things actually I showed you guys, or I sent a poster to you guys of Marceline miniseries. We're working, and so Marceline is a short film we made in 2016 with my daughter. She was like 4 or 5 years old at the time, and it was about a little girl who had an overactive imagination. So she would think and daydream and stuff like that. And we made a short film, and we put it out, won awards, stuff like that. And we were going to make a bigger film or a mini series around it.
You were going to do a series with that one.
Yeah, and time got away from us. And then right when we were gearing up to do this, 2020 happened. And so now, originally we were going to have, like, when I sent the information to you yesterday, we were going to have a mini series where we were going to have like 4 or 5 episodes of thing coming out next summer. We're actually moving the production, we're moving the release date to December, and it's going to be my first full-length feature. So we're actually going to be making Marceline a full-length official feature that we're going to,
Yeah, I really like the concept of Marceline because I remember watching that and just like, oh man, I want to see more of this. I can't wait till more of this comes out.
Yeah, and we changed we kept the concept, the core idea of the story, but we kind of added some different story elements because my daughter's really huge fan of Spirited Away and Totoro and all of those animes. So
Studio Ghibli in general.
Yeah, and as she got older, obviously your mindset changes from when you're 5 or 6 in the short to now my daughter's gonna be 10 when we're filming the feature. So we tried to aim it more at a 10-year-old's perspective, and what she goes through and stuff like that. But it's going to be officially our first feature, and so I'm going to try and shoot for theatrical distribution, stuff like that. Go full on this because like I want the world to see it. And I have friends in the right places. I've made friends over the years that can get me distribution. They can get me the meetings with the right people. It's just I have to prove myself now. So this is my proving ground. So COVID is a horrible thing that happened, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise because it really shifted things. And I think that's happened for a lot of people. There's been blessings and there's also been horrible things and stuff like that. So
right.
Going back to the bracket real quick, the Gladiator got 3, Shawshank got 1. Do you guys have any votes?
Gladiator.
It's looking like Gladiator's gonna take it. Phil.
We know I'm going Gladiator. Come on.
I had to check. Squints.
Shawshank.
Oh, okay.
I actually have the guy that played Brooks. I actually got to meet.
Oh wow.
Through my uncle. So had an interesting conversation with him about the film, and that really always stuck with me. So
Oh, it's looking like Gladiator's going to take it with the votes. I would have voted Shawshank too, but it looks like we're a little out of outvoted. Yeah. I love Shawshank. Shawshank is just beautifully shot. Gladiator's fine. I love history, but Shawshank just, I don't know.
Morgan Freeman's one of my favorite actors. So
yeah. It's so sad too. The whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but are you not entertained?
Are
you not entertained?
I'm curious as what the Gladiator 2 is going to be.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. I don't know.
It is strange, but I mean, like, I'm going forward. If it's the original writers, original people involved in it, okay, I'm cool with that.
I'm kind of turned off to Ridley Scott right now.
Yeah,
he's been kind of a douche lately.
Yeah, with the comments and stuff like that.
Just the stuff that he's been saying, it's like, dude, you're super out of touch, man. Like he's blaming millennials on his film not doing well, and it's like, I mean, it's not
a pandemic going on.
Millennials, yeah, like people aren't going to movies, man. And I mean, like I didn't honestly. There wasn't that much. Like there was promotion on it, but it wasn't as big a promotion as say like a Marvel movie, because I didn't know that movie came out already. I was excited to see it.
Yeah. I think part of it. I think part of it too is. Oh, sorry. I think part of it too is people have in the filmmaking industry, people have a tendency of like, if it's your film, if it's your baby, you want it to succeed, and when it doesn't, you feel crushed. You know what I mean? And then like when it comes to Hollywood,
so much tied to it.
Yeah, when it comes to Hollywood, there's some people that they have a lot of money invested in it, and then when it doesn't make the money back, you're losing a lot of money. So, I follow my dad saying it's, the bigger the river, the bigger the drought. Try and keep your river somewhat where you can contain it if the water runs out, because then you're screwed, you know. So it's like I feel like he's like one of those people that's just like, if something doesn't work out, he looks for someone to blame.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you're Ridley Scott. Like you're all of your films are considered classics, man. For you to be just a complete douche about everything is just bad form, dude.
I put up the next one: Top Gun versus Good Will Hunting.
I'm gonna go with Top Gun just because my wife loves that song, "Take My Breath Away." That's not true. She hates that song.
That's the song she likes.
No, she hates that, man. I'll put that song and she'd be like, "Turn that off." And I think it's because
the song I put on is Danger Zone.
Right?
Way to
Lana.
Lana.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Top Gun.
What?
Lana! Danger Zone.
I don't know if you like
and how many
Lana,
more
call Kenny
times are
Loggins
they gonna-
because you're in the danger zone.
how many more times are they going to push the new one too?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
that's
pushed
right.
it back again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, the money thing. I think people have
Oh,
enough
yeah.
money in there. They don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
I jokingly call my little orange cat Goose. Even before that Marvel movie came out. So
But is Goose really your wingman?
he is my wingman. He's my little wingman. He follows me around the house. So we have 3 for Top Gun and 1 for Goodwill.
Applesauce, bitch.
It's funny because I love that movie, Top Gun. I don't know. It's just always been. It's just a movie that I can sit down and watch over and over again. Goodwill Hunting, a little dark for me.
Goodwill Hunting?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's got dark themes. Not necessarily dark.
I feel like Top Gun is one of those movies where you just check out and watch a movie for God knows how long. And Goodwill Hunting is one of those movies where you have to like really pay attention and like
think about it.
See it. Yeah.
It is a very cerebral movie.
What do you guys vote?
I say Top Gun.
Yeah, I'll probably go Top Gun.
Top Gun. Okay, so we move on to Indiana Jones versus Wolf of Wall Street.
Indiana Jones versus the Wolf of Wall Street.
I'm gonna say Indiana. I still think Harrison Ford can take Leonardo DiCaprio in a fight. I'm gonna go Indiana. I don't care how old he gets.
I mean, he's going to just turn around and go bam. So
right,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure at this point he's running in, he's crashing a plane before he even gets a chance.
I love that scene
Or breaking
too.
some bone.
Yeah. I love that scene too, and the backstory behind it, where he turns around and shoots the guy.
Yeah.
Because he was sick and he didn't want to do the scene. He's like, why do I have to do this giant fight with him? I just turn around and shoot the guy.
Yeah.
It's a very Harrison Ford thing to do too.
Yeah. And I mean, and I feel bad because they said that that movie was plagued with and I'm sure you know all about it, where in film we're very, very superstitious.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, And apparently he keeps getting hurt every time he does an Indiana Jones movie.
Maybe that's why this is his last one. He's like, not getting hurt after this.
Yeah.
But it's not just Indiana Jones.
Like every film.
Well, Star Wars too.
Yeah, Star Wars too.
Millennium Falcon parked on his foot. I mean,
yeah.
The
But
whole chat.
like I said, he'd take him in a fight. That's a testament to how badass he is. He's been crushed by a spaceship. He's broken God knows what, and he's still gotten back up.
He parked his plane a little too soon.
You know, he crashed a car back in '73. You know, just flipped that car.
Yeah.
This is actually in a movie for people who are not realizing that he didn't actually crash the car.
No. Actually, he did crash a car. That was one of his accidents.
What did not on the set of American Graffiti though, right?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking because he crashed at the end of American Graffiti. He crashes his car. So
yeah. No, I guess he was in a really expensive car, and he wasn't necessarily shooting anything at the time, but the car crashed, and it was like while he was, I think it was around the time that he was doing Star Wars, and then his plane almost crashed. I'd be like, no, thank you, no more.
maybe that's why he's given up.
Yeah,
I'm tired of crashing everything. My life has flashed before my eyes way too many times.
Yeah. And he takes it. We move on to Casino and Die Hard.
Die Hard.
God damn it.
Because it's Christmas time. if we were having this conversation in the summertime or in March, it'd be Casino. But Die Hard, just I don't know, it holds a special place in my heart.
BKIA, motherfucker.
I feel like I should just write Die Hard. Like, forget it.
Right.
Die Hard wins the entire thing. Why?
Because it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. Yeah.
It's Christmas.
Well, a couple of weeks from now, we'll be like, why did Die Hard win?
I think the only way that Die Hard would have the only way Die Hard would have competition is if you were putting you have Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Santa Claus. If the Santa Claus was in this,
yeah. A hardcore Santa or Home Alone hardcore Christmas movie.
Yeah. For those of you who didn't catch the reference that I just made right now, go watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
I need an adult. Anyway.
I need an adult. Where did you get that muffin? Muffin button? But I didn't install a muffin button. Then where did I get this muffin?
Is that the same one where like Vegeta's like, he kicked me in the dick? Like,
yes, that's that same exact one. That is for my dick. I almost want to go find that scene just so I can because now that we can play videos on here, like, guys, I know you don't understand my references. Here's the reference.
Just do a show of all of Phil's references.
Yeah.
Just all the references that nobody understands, which is like 90% of the ones that I say. So
we're so gonna get shut down tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, we've been borderlining getting canceled for a while now. So
we're just gonna have a database of all of Phil's constant references. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a reference would be nice. You want to explain it?
For which one?
I need an adult.
I need an adult. Oh, I need an adult. So there are like things that get said in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and it's always to Gohan. But basically, somebody will always say something that is like borderline either suggestive or something that could be just like really messed up. And his reaction every time something like that happens is, I need an adult. And there's a scene where Vegeta is talking about getting the Dragon Balls from him, and he's making really suggestive references in reference to balls.
Yeah.
To a 8-year-old child, and he goes, I need an adult. He goes, I am an adult, and then like knees him in the stomach.
It's become a thing too. Millennials have been all over that meme where like, you're uncomfortable. I need an adult.
I need an adult. I am an adult. You know what I am gonna play? Hold on. And it's just because it's also prize time. But I mean, I am gonna play a video for everybody real quick here. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. Just because it's short enough and it's gonna give everybody a taste of Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh God.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'm sorry, it's Dragon Ball Z Kai Abridged.
Uh-oh.
It's like 10 times funnier because basically they condense an entire season of Dragon Ball into like a minute.
God, I remember Dragon Ball Z. I'd come home from school and be like, okay, 3 episodes of just them powering up.
Of them powering up, yeah. I always thought it was funny that so Dragon Ball Z Abridged, for everybody who's wondering why I keep referencing it, but Dragon Ball Z Abridged essentially is Dragon Ball Z Kai before Dragon Ball Z Kai came out. Basically, they cut out all the filler and then they redubbed everything and put in adult jokes.
Yeah.
So it's Dragon Ball Z for grown-ups. But the thing is that it's still the same plot. Like you don't lose the plot, you get the same exact story. It's just now there's adult jokes in it and it's 20 times funnier. All right, so let's go ahead and share this. Chrome tab. Share audio. All right. Full screen that. Everybody see everything?
Nope.
Got it.
Apparent official release of Port Akira Toriyama! You're an alien! I'm an alien.
Am I an alien?
Probably. Where's my brother?
I don't know.
Then you're useless to me.
I have a kid.
I'm socially awkward.
He's adorable! I'm here for my brother.
Am I your brother?
Yes. I'm taking your son.
No, you're not. Oh, you took my son.
I'm here to help you.
Aren't we enemies?
Nobody watched Dragon Ball. Let's go!
Are you a Yoshi?
Hells yeah.
Give me back my son. Gross. Piccolo, get him!
Double kill.
And now I am the dead. Blech.
Oh no, Goku's dead! An apple, let's go to Earth. Fallen. Oh no, more Saiyans!
I'm taking Gohan. Hi, maggots. I'm training you. I'm terrifying and a potential rapist, but I'll never say it flat out.
Bastard!
Who are you?
I'm King Kai. You now know the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb. Fuck off, shut up, Bojack.
12 months have passed. Let's go fight Saiyans.
Oh god, it's the Saiyans! Hi. Yamcha's here! Yamcha's dead! Nappa, get him!
I am hilarious and you will quote everything I say.
Dad, get him!
I am the only serious character in this show. That is the joke.
Oh god, everyone's dead!
Hilariously derailing one-liner.
Goku's here.
Goku's here! It's over 9,000!
Vegeta, why?
Because I'm a monkey.
Kaioken.
Oh no, I'm not a monkey. Oh no, the kid's a monkey! Destructo Disc! The f***? No! Leaving now.
And we'll never see him again.
They'll see me next episode.
And I'm a ghost. Or am I?
This has how many subscribers?
This has how many subscribers? You know what? Just for the fun of it.
Advertising on YouTube helps me reach engaged customers like Jenna, who's been searching for landscapers on Google.
There's only 2 episodes.
This is a parody.
Anyways.
Buy the fucking show.
Let's go to space! face!
Dragon Soul!
Going to Namek!
Is that Namek?
No!
Is that Namek?
No!
Is that Namek?
Oh yeah! This place is boring!
Is that a sand pod?
We're all gonna die! I'm on Namek now. Hey, Vegeta. Hi, Qui. Bye, Qui.
Hello, I'm Space Napoleon Hitler. Give me the thing.
No.
Give me the thing.
No.
Kill his kid. Give me the thing.
Here.
Good. Kill him.
But the thing!
Other kid.
Whack!
What the space fuck?
Think we're in the clear! We're all gonna die!
Use your solar flare!
Oh, I do know that. Ah, bits! Ah, double bits! Sup, Chops Lindsay, any last words before I kill you? I have a thick, meaty
This is where it's not saying home.
vagina.
There we go.
Oh.
What's the thing?
We have a thing.
My name is.
Little Green!
My parents are dead. Dodoria's dead. Vegeta, get him.
We're staying here! Go on, look after Little Green!
Hey.
Bulma! Do not do anything for this entire trip. Good! Found me a thing. Time to get more things. Hey, it's the gay one.
Maybe I'm gay, or maybe stereotypes are bullshit. Pussy!
Oh no! Who are you?
I am Guru.
Oh, okay, well.
But you can call me Super Mega Ultra Alpha Omega Hyper Turbo.
Just take the thing. He'll be at this for a while.
Woohoo! Grab all the things! I got a thing! Where's Gohan? Oh, no, seriously, where's Gohan?
Oh, hi, Vegeta. Still got his thing.
Zarbon's dead.
Call the Ginus.
Okay.
Seriously though, what is today?
Bigger, longer, and uncut, Guru. Oh, hello.
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Hold up.
Will this actually matter?
Probably not.
Hey guys, you remind me of some assholes I'm gonna kill! There's no time for that, because the Ginyus are coming! Okay, what? Right now! Ginyus!
Very cool. And together we are.
Hey guys, I made it.
Goku should kill the Ginyus! And he's out of commission. What are the odds? Put him in the pod.
I wonder if this will become a trend.
Where's Frieza? Freestar! That's not funny! It's never been funny! It's never gonna be funny! Put on these clothes. I'm a nap. Hey, go on! I found the things! Wanna do the thing?
Sure, but when did Dende get here?
Hey.
So, what are we...
Bring Piccolo back! Yeah! Now bring him to Namek! Oh!
Oh, hi. What's up? Want to see something cool?
Yeah, why not? And for our last wish, you'll give me immortality, or I'll murder his parents!
Joke's on you.
Wait, am I immortal?
I don't know. Let's see.
He's pissed! Ha! I'm not afraid of you!
How about now?
Ha! Horny!
All right, who's next?
I'm two guys now. Sup?
Krillin, no!
Oh, okay!
Oh!
Hey. And this is my fourth and final form.
What happened to the third form? I don't care what happened, because I'm a Super Saiyan! No reason to no Yamete!
I'm sorry, what were you on about before?
I'm a Super Saiyan!
Apologies, still can't make it out.
I'm a Super Saiyan!
And now to finish the...
Hey! Let that Vegeta alone!
And what the hell is he?
Here's the Super Saiyan!
Oh no! You killed Vegeta! You are so decked!
Hey, King Kai, can you teach us the...
Ow!
Dang it! Nothing's worked! Better use that thing that always works.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it. That's it. Stopping it myself. What the?
Dominating!
You won, Dad! And we didn't even lose. Relax. Ah, swizzle sticks.
JK, not dead, lol.
Oh, right my tit!
Piccolo, why didn't you die?
Long-running joke through the entire series.
Ruffles my jammies!
Phil, check the private chat.
Take Nicole and leave. Okay.
Okay, so what's going on here?
I am the stupid sandwich! Ah,
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Oh, Loki's dead.
Really?
Probably not.
King Kai, we have the things.
Do the thing!
Well, that didn't quite work like I wait. Is that a dragon?
Yeah.
Wait! Make me immortal!
And I'm here too!
What the goddamn shit just happened?
Hey.
You fucked me! You fucked me, you monkey!
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. No, Freezer Dono Yamate!
Well, I'm confused.
It looks like the dragon brought every person on Namek
It's a
to
muffin
Earth.
button joke here in a second.
Hey guys, dying.
Do you have any last words, sir?
I am hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
Yeah, he'll be missed.
And bored. See ya.
What? Get back here! Instructotist! How?
So, which way's your ship?
That way.
Yay!
And unsubscribed.
So, back to our bracket.
Well,
more
real quick,
time.
Chris said he's got to get going here. So,
Yeah, I gotta
guys,
get going right now.
I'd like to extend a very heartfelt thank you for coming on the show and dealing with all of our randomness and everything like that. But I mean, like, I hope you
Thank you guys so much for having me on the show.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely, man. All right.
All right, so I'm gonna get going and stuff like that. And thank you guys. If you guys want to check anything out, visit violetfilms.com. Find us on Facebook. You can see our all of our stuff is on there, all the links to everything. And then YouTube, we have stuff coming out pretty soon, so you guys get to check that out. We actually have a couple of videos, surprise videos, dropping this weekend, so you guys can check those out and stuff like that. So, not gonna talk too much about it, but you guys get to see it on there if you guys check.
Oh,
it
yeah,
out.
perfect. I was going to ask you to plug your pluggables, so that's perfect right there.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Well, hey, we'll be seeing you in the future, and hopefully we see you on the big screen soon.
Yeah, let me know. And then when we get closer to production and stuff like that for Marceline and stuff like that, let me know if you guys want me back on the show. I'll bring like behind the scenes stuff and
Oh, yeah,
so you guys can see how the progression of making a feature film is, because we're starting pre-production next month.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll let you guys know and stuff how it goes.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for that, man. That this is all going to be loads of fun.
All right, I appreciate it. I'm gonna be heading.
All right, man.
Well,
Freezer Dono Yamate.
okay. I think we have 2 more votes for the bracket, and then we'll be finishing up here.
The for those again, the specifically, I Need an Adult. Watch season 2 of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. You can watch an entire season in an hour. It's like usually about an hour and a half, like the amount of time for a feature film. But if you type in Dragon Ball Z Abridged and then go by each season, the I Need an Adult joke is in like the first 2 seasons.
I do that all the time too, and people are like, "What?"
Yes.
I need an adult. I am an adult.
Next we have Gladiator versus Top Gun. Yeah, James wanted to know if we were only doing no more brackets, only anime reruns. So yeah, that's gonna be distance learning from now on. We're just gonna do
That's Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Yeah. She says thank you for the reference. She has no idea whenever I say I need an adult, and she's always like, "What?"
And I'm sure at one of those points she was probably like, "I am an adult."
I am an adult. Yeah, you're an adult. So 1 for Top Gun. Oh, we have Thomas Wong and Tyler Yancey. So just in time to win something.
I know, right?
Gee, imagine that.
Now, real quick, because I am gonna stop the build. I got through 2 bags on here, and I probably could have gotten more if I wasn't just BSing for the last, I don't know what, 15 minutes here. But because of that, I'm gonna show off the build here. So we have windows now.
Nice.
Yes.
Back hatch, right? Back hatch opens up right there.
Sweet.
The hood is done on here, and you can pull the hood up and take a look at the engine compartment and everything in there.
Nice.
There actually is a siren piece on the top right here, so when you actually start driving the car, the siren will spin.
But there's no siren sound.
If I buy it, I can, and I've been thinking about getting it because there is a light and siren kit that you can buy for it.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I didn't realize that was an extra that you could get.
Not from Lego. It's something you buy on the side. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. Gotcha. So it's aftermarket.
Yeah, but it's super dope what it is, though.
In fact, I love Star Wars so much. I've been thinking about getting the R2-D2 and getting the light kit with it because, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Thomas, I am actually thinking about getting it just so I can put it on the car on stream, and then we can actually see like all the sounds and the lights and everything on it. So yeah, let's get back into that bracket here.
So we have 2 for Top Gun, 2 for Gladiator.
Top Gun versus Gladiator. Top Gun versus Gladiator.
Yes, please. R2-D2 for Christmas. Yeah.
I am gonna go. I think I go. That's hard. Damn it.
I'm kind of for Top Gun.
I love both of those movies. That's why I'm like, which one do I like more? Is the question.
I
think I'm gonna go. I think I go Gladiator.
Oh, you voted for Gladiator. Julie just voted for Gladiator. Squints.
Gladiator.
So Gladiator takes them. It's true though, Thomas. You feel the need for speed.
Next we have Indiana Jones versus Die Hard.
I think I'm gonna go Indy.
Yeah, Indy.
I think I'm gonna go Indy.
Worst archaeologist in the world.
But he is a great action star, so
yeah.
And cool, it's starting to look more and more like a car.
Oh yeah, the chat's all over Whitney.
Indy!
I don't think there's even a chance for Die Hard at this point. Okay.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 12. Yeah, no.
So now we have Gladiator versus Indy.
Gladiator. You call him Dr. Jones, lady. Fun fact, Thomas Wong growing up was short round. He is short round. Short round grew up to be a police officer in San Francisco.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. I think that is both wrong and racist at the same time. Just that's why we get canceled. Yeah, like every single person did Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It is not. All right. So what's the next round here?
Oh, okay. that is that we'd be starting on a completely different part of the bracket. So yeah, Indi wins and will be going up against Pulp Fiction, Gremlins, E.T., Raging Bull, Braveheart, Fargo, Scarface, Silence of the Lambs, Rocky, Gangs of New York, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Gravity, Boogie Nights, A Few Good Men, and Lord of the Rings and Gone Girl.
God, we got good movies coming up here.
Yeah.
Well, with that all being said, what we got? We got about 20 minutes left. You know what? Everybody's here in time to win some prizes. I've got 2 Ghostbusters to give away.
So we still have a stance, right?
Still have a stance, and I still have a Zetamore.
Okay.
Really, Brett?
So that being said, guys, you know the whole thing here. You know the drill, right? What I need everybody to do, if you want a prize, say
congrats, Thomas.
Congrats, Thomas.
You know what's funny is everybody says that Thomas Wong hasn't won anything in a while. You know who's been winning a lot lately? 2 of these prizes, Tyler Yancey.
I say I've never won. I've never won.
Tyler won a Venkman, and Tyler won a the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Say here if you want to get in on this. I'm gonna start with stance since this is the second one that I had. Actually, what's funny is Thomas Wong did win the last stance, but he donated it to Carson, one of our friends from Project Wish Upon a Star.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I don't think he said that on the stream, but he messaged me on the side and he said, "Hey, you know what? Send it to Carson," and that's super noble of him. So
yeah.
There's a chance he might win another stance because I had 2 race stances. So that being here,
Ray, if someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes. Yeah, I know, right? Zetamore is gonna be the second one. Well, you know what's funny, Bridget, is you haven't won one, but Michael won one.
Yeah.
Which Phoenix, I have all your prizes set aside because I went through all the prizes today because I was like, I lost track of who won what, and everything that I could send out, I went back and watched each episode to find them all. So everything that I could send out, I sent out today, including your squints because you won the Batman kit, so I sent that out today.
Okay. Still got to send out the poster. We'll get it.
Right.
She wants you to know that she and Michael are not the same person.
No, I know, but I'm saying in your household. In your household. So let's go ahead and start getting names here. Let me open this up. All right, go ahead and read me off the names.
Okay, for the here's there is Thomas Wong. Tyler Yancey. Michael Bertera. Julie Ivanich. I'm so sorry if I butcher that every time. Gino D'Angelo. And then go ahead and throw me in. Squints.
Good.
Okay. Not missing any names here, right? We've got everybody.
And Bridget Bertera said yes. Hi here.
All right. Add segments. Let's go ahead and make it so everybody can see this.
I'm gonna laugh though if Thomas does win.
I swear.
All right, guys. May the odds be ever in your favor. And spin. Michael again. All right, so I'm gonna put that in the pile of things that I need to
Goes to Phoenix, yeah.
What's funny is Michael. So your stepfather now has the Spangler and the stance. All he needs is the Venkman and the Zedmore.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he can't win it on this one because his name gets removed, so that it gives everybody a fair chance.
I can and Bridget can, so hopefully, maybe.
It's true. It's true. So let's go ahead and spin again for Zedmore. Thomas Wong.
Oh.
So we were right. Congrats, Thomas.
Congrats, Thomas.
Thomas, you won
again.
Winston Zedmore. There you go, Thomas. You won the Winston Zedmore.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I write that down. But that is it for my Ghostbuster toys, my Ghostbuster giveaways here.
I know. I saw it start to go to Bridget, and I was like, really?
Yeah, I know. And yeah, Thomas, as far as getting the prize to Carson, we're actually going to bring it to LA Comic-Con with us because I'm going to give it to, well, Carson's not going to be there, but Project Wish Upon a Star is going to be at LA Comic-Con, and they told me to bring it to them, and they'll pass it off to them on their behalf. So
that's sweet.
Yeah. So I'll be bringing that down. I'll be bringing the Ray Stantz down to him next week. Thomas, I will get this sent out to you.
Next week, isn't it? This weekend coming up?
Yeah, this weekend. That's
okay. Okay. I was like, wait.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant to do. We got 15 minutes left. You guys want to
break into more of the we seem to be doing that.
Yeah. Let's start out here, chat. Do you guys think we should do the first round of next week's bracket? You know what I've been thinking about getting, like really, really hard thinking about getting, is going to get an Elgato 4K stream capture device.
Capture card.
Yeah.
Capture card, and starting to kind of like actually stream my games using this platform instead of directly through Twitch, so that way we can go on Facebook Live and do everything. And it's also because that's the only way you can stream Halo right now, because Halo won't stream through the Twitch app on the Xbox.
Really?
Yeah, that's because it's technically in beta. They won't stream on Twitch, but you can stream through a capture card. So that being said, I might start doing that, and that would open us up on Facebook too, and just Twitch and YouTube Live, so I can like stream on all three gaming platforms live if I do that.
Maybe make partner.
I know, right? Well, because StreamYard supports doing capture cards. Actually, specifically that one screen when we had the trailer and our face was on the bottom, I can use that screen to like actually have my face. Only thing is I'd have to move my Xbox to my office.
You mentioned that we were nearing some milestones too on the show, right? Did we make them? Did we make it?
What, the 1 year?
No. We just reached our 1 year. We needed one more subscriber for YouTube.
Oh yeah, no, we hit that. Well, now we need an average of 3 three viewers per episode. So on Twitch, we just need more people watching us on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right now, just not enough people are watching us on Twitch to make affiliate. But if we get like at least 3 people an episode on average, then we can make affiliate. But we've hit every other milestone though. So we have enough subscribers, we have enough streaming hours. We just need people watching. So
How many episodes does that have to be to hit that?
I'm not sure. It just says you have to have an average of three viewers per episode.
Okay.
Like 3 live viewers, and not even like people watching after. It has to be people watching at the time.
It has to be people commenting. Is what I'm told. Yeah.
Like active viewers is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. So if anyone is interested and has a Twitch account, watch us on Twitch.
Same thing with YouTube. YouTube is, I think it's after 50. We get 50, and I think we have 50 on YouTube now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, like if I start streaming games and actually like, if I move the Xbox to the office and start streaming games, then that might actually help us too.
Yeah. In fact, what games are you playing right now?
Halo Infinite has been my thing lately.
Ooh.
Yeah. I just actually, before we started this up tonight, I was playing a little bit of Halo Infinite, and I beat the because there's a weekly challenge. So I finally finished the weekly challenge right before this.
Mhm.
My armor is dope. The armor that I have, it's straight up like Shogunite samurai armor.
Ooh.
And I have I got like these like swords that are on his belt and everything too. It looks so dope. The whole thing is like the game type is. Oh yeah, I know, right? The whole thing is at the same time the game type that I had to play for the last week
Mhm.
is the whole idea is random weapons. So every time I respawn, I get random weapons. And it's Slayer. So basically, it's a good way to learn how to use every weapon in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played. Oh gosh, since a year. I started playing when the pandemic hit, and then I stopped playing for some reason. I was playing Master Chief.
Mhm. I got a 180 no scope earlier. I was like super excited about it. I was like, I should have clipped this. Oh my god! Like I just turned around and no scoped the dude, and I was like, yes, because there's an achievement for it. I got another achievement earlier today too, and it gave me like a double achievement because it gave me there's a regular achievement for it, and then it was also my first legendary achievement. I shot someone's grenade out of the air with the sniper rifle.
Nice.
And again, it was pure accident. It was basically just me shooting at the dude, but he threw a grenade at the same time. So I popped the grenade in front of him and blew him up, and I got an achievement for it. I was like, oh, that's dope.
I have to ask, how do you feel about doing wall banging? Because some people are like, no, it's cheating.
Wall banging?
Wall bang. You shoot right through a wall.
I don't think you can do that in Halo Infinite, can you?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
No, because I don't think you have. I mean, you have power weapons, but I don't think anything actually goes through walls in this game. Plus, it's a beta, so I mean, it's not anything on there. Like, I don't care about shooting people through walls because that's kind of how it works.
Mhm.
I'm not bothered by anything that could happen in real life. That's why I always, whenever I hear anybody talking about like, oh yeah,
No camping.
you're no camping. You're camping. No, in real life you camp. Why? Because you don't get shot.
It's funny. I've made that argument. I'm like, I will call someone in the military right now and ask them how they feel about camping.
Yeah. My brother and my cousins are all like, I have a story. We all went paintballing one time, and I was basically taking cover the entire time, popping up and capping, just hitting people every now and then. And my cousins were getting pissed. It's like, you dirty camper, all you're doing is camping. Right. And I was like, that's how you don't get shot in real life. And my cousins, they knew where I was hiding out at. So they decided to all gang up on me and just unload on me. And yeah, I remember I got hit in the ear. It sucked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah, Thomas Wong says camping is safe. Yeah.
Camping is how you survive in real life.
Yes.
You know what they teach you in a tactical environment?
Yeah. Camp. Yeah. I mean, that's the best, right? Like, just pick off your enemies one by one.
That's true, Thomas. It was with my cousins and whatnot, but like if it was me and you, we probably would have went full tactical. Probably would have been in there like clearing buildings and stuff. We actually know how lanes of fire work.
Now I know never to paintball with you.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Ray, going back to what you said right there. How far are you in Far Cry 6, dude? Because I beat it like 3 weeks ago, something like that. But like that game was so fun. The storyline was ridiculous. I was live streaming that. I've been still meaning to live stream Cyberpunk because I haven't started playing Cyberpunk yet.
Still, like we
Yeah.
were talking about this months ago in the
Yeah.
summertime. Yeah.
Yeah. What parts of the island have you freed up already?
We had to play like 1 day a week or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how I was for a while. Jackie started letting me play more. She's actually been cool about letting me play Halo though, because it's the issue with Destiny is like it's so involved and it's like you can't take breaks in that game. So
Is Jackie not a gamer?
no. You've got all the fear. So did you get the Jaguar yet? Got it. The so when you collect all the little idols, and I know you guys are like, what the hell are they talking about? But when you collect all the little idols, you get like a mystical Jaguar that can like disappears into smoke and then kills everything around you because it's like a legendary panther god. It's so dope. But you have to wear a certain backpack for it though. That's the only thing that sucks is like if you're trying to use like the minigun backpack or anything like that, you can't use that because you have to use a certain backpack to control the Panther God.
I hate when games do that.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean the Panther God is like super like yeah. You played a co-op game of Far Cry? See, Jackie likes platformers, so like she'll get in on a platformer every now and then, or like games that are nostalgic for her. So she likes Mario Kart, right? Like we played Mario Kart on Thanksgiving with my sister and her boyfriend.
Mhm.
Yeah, and my sister's boyfriend is a beast at like Wii games, right? Because like same thing, like we'll play Super Smash Brothers and he'll just like go and just slap everybody. Oh yeah, It Takes Two. Yeah.
When I was dating an ex, we used to decide that, you know, playing Rochambeau for settling arguments wasn't fair. So we'd play Mario Kart to settle arguments.
Oh yeah. I've been contemplating getting a Wii just so that way, you know, me and Jack can like play those games together because those are the kind of games that she likes. But then when people come over, that's like a fun thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Not that anybody comes over right now, but I mean, like, you know, eventually when people actually do start coming over again.
Get her a Switch. Do you have Switch?
That's what I've been thinking about getting is getting a Switch.
Yeah. Because you can act out. Couples that game together have good negotiating skills. Yeah. I just posted that a little while ago. A couple that games together stays together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Switch, you can act out games. You have the option of handheld.
Yeah.
And just pushing buttons or literally acting it out. Oculus Quest is also really, really good for that.
I noticed my sister's been getting into more like story driven games. Like she started playing right now. She said she just finished the new Zelda game. What is it?
Breath of Wind.
Breath of the Wind. I was like, it's not Wind Walker. Wind Waker is the old one.
Mhm.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. She just finished Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
She loved it. It's true. The only way to settle anything is through Mario Kart.
Yeah. Mario Kart. He got slowly scary good over time.
I see, and that's the thing is like I figured if we get a Switch, then I can actually get good at Mario Kart and get good at Super Smash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we can start having like, I would say we can start having tournaments, but like that would be like live tournaments kind of thing because Nintendo is notorious for not letting people stream their games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how about Bandicoot? Yeah, that's one of my staple relax games.
CDR, Crash Bandicoot Racing.
Yeah. I just played. I constantly play Witcher. I love Witcher.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I want to get into Cyberpunk, is because essentially it's like, a futuristic Witcher, what it's supposed to.
Same game company.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love my Switch. It comes with me pretty much everywhere that it's appropriate. What other games have I played? Jackie might actually like, and it seems ridiculous at first because my friends tried to get me into it, was Animal Crossing. I was like, that seems like a baby game, because you're, making islands and doing all this stuff, but
Right.
it's completely addictive. You're, looking for things and earning stuff, and yeah, it's
I don't know how much like that. I know she used to be into Ratchet and Clank, but I mean, I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't really get Ratchet and Clank for her. I tried to get her into Spyro, and she wasn't into it.
Let's see. You can also play. They do, because of pandemic. I started getting into board games through the Switch, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Of course, I also play board games on my Oculus Quest now. In fact, I just played chess through Oculus Quest, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Like, no way.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're coming up on time here.
Mm-hmm.
We shot the shit a little bit, instead of just going directly on the things that we do. But hey, just get a little bit of a view of what we do on our regulars here, guys. Now, as always, I had a great time. I know you guys had a great time. Squints, what are your pluggables, boy?
I am Cuts and Chaos at Cuts and Chaos Pod on Instagram. Working on the first season still of the podcast. Trying to lock down a couple more guests. And hopefully have that out soon.
Yeah. Awesome. Phoenix.
Distance Nerding, Phoenix Fire. Pretty much find me on YouTube, or no, not YouTube. Facebook and Instagram. And of course, Distance Nerding.
There we go. And of course, you can find us at distancenerding.com. You can go and find us at linktr.ee/distance nerding. I know it's kind of long, but that gets you everything that we do. All the social medias, on the Twitch, on the Twitter, on the YouTube, on the Facebooks, on if it exists, Distance Nerding is on it. So find us at Distance Nerding. You can go to distancenerding.com. You can buy us tacos, and buying those tacos is on the campaign for Get Us to LA Comic-Con, because we are on our way to LA Comic-Con to try and see if we can get more amazing guests to bring on to this show.
Buy us tacos in LA.
Buy us tacos in LA. I mean, literally, if you're in the LA area, get us tacos. I know Ray is getting ready to get us some tacos while we're down there.
Mm-hmm.
Ray's actually going to be joining us at LA Comic-Con, so I'm excited for that. He's going to be representing both us and our good friends, No Midnighters, which is a Disney podcast, Theme Park Pulse, that we frequently collaborate with. So, guys, if you're into Disney, check out Theme Park Pulse. That's always a fun place to go and check out. Outside of that, guys, same bat time, same bat channel, distancenerding.com. We will find you next week. It's time for the dance party. And yes, Thomas Wong, Emmett is going to be a part of the dance party this week. So go ahead and turn that down. What happens when you hit the wrong button?
What is it?
Distance Nerding.